Okay, here we go. Let's run through this one more time where we take that, why don't you look at it from this side over here. There's more of a picture of the eye of the round. Here's a little bone that's always left from the tip of that hatch bone. And here is the eye of the round. I don't know whether you can, now you can't really make it out from that side, but here it is. And there's a seam you follow to take it off. There's the heel up here. Okay. Here comes that heel section again. I'm going to pull that off. Get rid of that silver skin on the one side. Try to get 3 roasts out of this. We're really kind of making these kind of skimpy, but that's the best way to make them come out. Okay, that's it for the rump roast. Now we've got a sirloin tip. And this is a cut you can make a roast out of or a steak out of. It's summertime, so I'm kind of leaning towards making steaks out of it. Not real tender. It's a good cut. It's not like a fillet or something like that, but it's a good, honest working man steak. Just kind of trim it up and make some steaks out of it. There's an outside cap to it that really is kind of a bit of a chewy mess. We want to get that out of the way. And let's see, there's that part where I pulled it loose from the femur. That's a little bit of bone skin. We can just kind of trim off around there and we'll put that in ground beef. And there's several different ways of cutting a sirloin tip into steaks. I prefer to just cut them in half. And because each side has got a grain running in a different direction, so you kind of got to improvise a bit. And I'm going to cut these just about like the top down. I'm not going to go too thick. Sirloin tip, when it's cut properly, is one of the prettiest steaks you'll see in a meat counter. But, you know, like I said, that doesn't mean that it's the most tender. That's good. Okay, we're kind of getting down to the tail end of this deal. And let's see, I'm going to give everybody a little package of marrow bones here. That's something that people request now. They didn't request for a long time, but anyway, there you see what they are. They're off the front leg and the back leg. And there's a lot of different things you can do with marrow. I won't go into, I'm not a chef, I won't go into the intricacies of that, but anyway, we're down to the end. And this is what we refer to fondly around here as picking shit with the chickens. We're making trim for ground beef, and we don't want to get all the fat out of this. We just want to get, we want to end up with a final product that's in that 15 to 20% range of fat. Makes this a delicious hamburger. It's not as lean as the stuff you find at Costco, but good stuff. It's kind of the fat content that God intended hamburger to have. Now, we can't bring religion into this, but it all comes down to that. You got to do things with respect, whatever it is. And this is something that in the old days, this is where the apprentices all started out. They started out on a trim table. It's just a place where somebody's got to do this work, and that's where you develop a few knife skills. It's like in a kitchen, you put the flunky to chopping onions, because that's where you learn. It makes you cry. It's where you cut yourself the first few times. It's where you the trade kind of starts to get into you. Nobody ever gets good at anything without a little pain from it. So anyway, that's as philosophical as we'll get. Anyway, that's what that consists of. We're going to take this, we're going to take a tub of this that I've already trimmed, and we're going to go in the cooler and grind it. And that's where we started, but the fans are running in the cooler now, so it's a little bit noisy, but we'll make it work. And anyway, here we go.